Hi, welcome back to the Gratitude Incarnate podcast. I'm your host, Amanda Rose, and you guys, I am in shock right now. I was really not expecting this, completely floored, honestly. So I just finished up writing the script for today's episode, and as I'm saying that, I'm like, I need to organize that. Okay, so let me do this one talking. So, oh my goodness, I checked the stats, like the insights on the podcast, and you guys, it is nuts. Like, I am literally watching my manifestation come to life right before my eyes on my phone screen. It is nuts. Oh my goodness, I'm just like I'm overflowing with gratitude right now. It's insane. So, I'm like over a third of the way to my goal of having 100,000 downloads. That is crazy. So to some people, 40,000 downloads maybe isn't so much, especially when you have like millions. Okay. But for me, when I started this podcast, I would have been so happy with 3 downloads. And I still am. I'm so happy for every single one. They're so important to me. Like every single time someone hits play is special. So I'm super grateful for that. And I'm just like, trying to take all of this in right now. And also I looked at the audience and we have people literally all over the world listening. So thank you so much. I'm so, so grateful. And yeah, so let's get into today's episode. So at the end of last year, I'd say really around the end of September, October, I really started getting focused on preparing for this year. And I plan to do the same thing again the same time this year because it worked so well for me. I got really intentional on what I wanted and I went ahead and I started doing all of those things that everybody does when the new year rolls around. I started doing them in like October, late September, and even early into November as I was figuring out exactly what I wanted this year to look like. And I was kind of like test driving resolutions, I guess you could say. I don't really do resolutions though, because that just has never worked for me. So yeah, I came up with these these habits that I wanted to build. And that's when we decide who we want to be, that is how we can start creating that version of ourselves, is by identifying the habits of that version of ourselves that we want to be. So I like to choose a word or a phrase at the beginning of every year that I can always go back to. It's like an anchor for me. So I can always remember that word or that phrase, and I can stay on track for where I see myself being at the end of that year. Okay. So I'd say about the time I started my spiritual journey, I really started becoming fascinated with the Japanese culture. And, I seen a meme. I saw a meme on Facebook or a post on Instagram or something like that. And it had this Japanese term, Kaizen. Kaizen? Yeah, Kaizen. And it means to change for the better or continuous improvement. And this is a Japanese business philosophy to improve operations that involves all the employees in the company. And it's a gradual and methodical process. One of my favorite coaches made a commitment to getting 1% better every day this year, and I am absolutely in love with this concept. It takes massive growth and breaks it down into a simple process where you focus on taking baby steps and grow a little each day so it compounds over time. I am launching a group version of my signature coaching program in June. And part of the program is developing a routine that does just this for you. It makes gradual improvements a walk in the park. Maybe literally a walk in the park for some people. That's what I want to encourage you to do this week. I want you to zoom in, okay, on your day-to-day life and focus on doing one thing that you can commit to this week that will help you get 1% better each day, okay? Maybe you could meditate. You can always find my signature meditation on YouTube. You can go for a walk. You can journal. Try brain dumping. Just when you get up in the morning or before you go to bed at night, grab a couple pieces of paper and just literally write everything that comes to your head. And I know that this seems kind of scary to some people, but I promise you're going to feel better after you get done, okay? Because what it's doing is it's getting all of that stuff out of your head and onto the paper and essentially out of your body so you can create space for what you want, okay? You want to have a smoothie every day. That's something I've been wanting to do, and you guys, I have just, for whatever reason, have been procrastinating and not pulled out the blender. I have all of the ingredients, but it's like, when you store a kitchen appliance away and you don't see it again for years and years and years. Yeah, it's kind of like that. So maybe you can make a smoothie. Maybe that'll be my thing that I do this week. You could try reading 10 pages of a book. This was something that I got from 75 Hard. I really, really love that they incorporated that into that challenge because mental toughness is not, you can learn that through physical toughness, but it's also about committing to showing up for yourself. And sometimes the simplest tasks are the most difficult to show up for every day. So that's a great one. And just try drinking an extra glass of water every day. Maybe you're a person, you think that you drink a lot of water, but that maybe you could drink a little bit more. So maybe add 8 or 16 ounces to what you're already doing. Okay. And I just want to tell you that if you're sitting there thinking right now, man, I want to do all of these things, I'm begging you, stop overthinking. Okay. Stop overthinking with that big, beautiful brain of yours. Choose one thing. Do you hear me? Choose one thing. Yes. Only one. And I want you to do this one thing every day until next week's episode, okay? They are called baby steps for a reason. Next week, we're going to talk about the power of intentions. So it's going to be really, really good. Do me a favor and rate this podcast, leave a review, and send it to a friend. You'll be surprised. They just may need to hear it when you send it. So share the love. Also want to give you a little life update. So I am taking a huge leap of faith. I have decided to go full in on my businesses. So I will be focusing on Gratitude Incarnate. I really want to work towards switching that to a nonprofit in the future. So I really want to focus on that and focus that company on helping people just out of the kindness of my heart. And one day others too, as people decide to sign up and volunteer and we make that change. That's something that I have dreamed of for a long time. And I did not foresee things working out exactly like this, but I think that the way things are turning out is just absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited. I'm so here for this right now. So, yeah. And I'm also taking this time because I'm working on my latest, greatest project, the Mobile Medium. So follow the Mobile Medium on Instagram and Facebook to learn more about that. I'm working on making a TikTok page and YouTube to share my journey. Yeah, I just want to document this journey as I go along. I told you a little bit about this business before, but you can check that out on, like I said, Instagram and Facebook to kind of learn more about that. So stay tuned. That's going to be it for today, with so much love and so much gratitude that I'm sending all around the world. I want you to have a grateful day.